One Papua New Guinea is located in the eastern part of the island of New Guinea, occupying approximately half of the island, divided by a straight line. In addition to this territory, the country also has some small archipelagos in the surrounding area. 2. It is one of the few countries that have been an Australian colony. They became independent in 1975. 3. Its capital, Port Moresby, is considered one of the most dangerous cities in the world and the worst in Oceania. With the exception of the financial district, the rest of the neighborhoods, such as Koki and Gabutu, are considered high risk and are controlled by the Rascals, a group of problematic street gangs similar to the Muras in Central America. 4. The diversity of endemic fauna in this country is truly astonishing. Among them is the pitohui, the only known poisonous bird capable of killing anyone who touches one of its feathers. 5. Papua is also home to a wide variety of reptiles, with some 250 different species known to exist. These include 13 types of turtles and a great diversity of snakes. 6. In the video about Somalia, which if you haven't seen yet you can see above and in the description, we talked about it being a very ethnically homogeneous country. The case of Papua New Guinea is just the opposite. It is the country with the most different ethnic tribes in relation to its surface area in the world. 7. As a result, it is also the country with the largest number of different languages spoken in the world. It is estimated that more than 800 different languages are spoken in the country. 8. Despite this great linguistic diversity, the country recognizes only 3 official languages: English, Tok Pisin, and Hiri Modu. 9. As part of the British Commonwealth of Nations, Papua New Guinea is a constitutional monarchy, and the head of state is the Queen of England. 10. The country's main religion is Protestant Christianity, with over 70% of the population. This is quite shocking, considering the number of different tribes. 11. One of the world's most incredible hiking trails runs through the country. It's the Kokoda Trail, which runs 96 kilometers through some of the most inhospitable and breathtaking parts of the country and the world. It was the scene of a vicious battle between the Australians and Japanese. 12. Due to its ethnic diversity and isolation, the country is home to some of the strangest tribes on the planet. One example is the Simbu dancing skeleton tribe. These people paint their bodies completely like walking skeletons and perform some of the strangest dances. Although nowadays it is ceremonial and sometimes performed as a tourist spectacle, the origins of this tradition go back a long way. Its main purpose was to frighten and drive away enemy tribes, who were very superstitious. 13. Another curious tribe is the case of the Anga. Their burial traditions are quite peculiar, as they carry out a process similar to the smoking of our kitchens for the preservation of the remains. The remains are then covered with mud. 14. Some tribes in this country practiced cannibalism until the late 1980s. Moreover, in 2012, several specific cases of this practice were reported. Are there any hidden tribes that are still doing it? 15. Portuguese, one of the indigenous languages spoken on the island, is considered to be the simplest and therefore the easiest to learn in the world. It has no grammar at all, with less than 2,000 words in its vocabulary. 16. The country, despite its size, has the 3rd largest tropical rainforest in the world, after the Amazon and the Congo. 17. The island's population is relatively recent. According to archaeological studies, the first humans arrived on the island between 60,000 and 50,000 years ago. 18. Despite being so recently populated, it is believed to be one of the first regions in the world to develop agriculture, with evidence dating back more than 9,000 years. 19. It is one of the most rural countries in the world, with only 19% of the country's population living in cities or large settlements. 20. The island of New Guinea, on which the country is located, is the 2nd largest island in the world after Greenland. It is also a transcontinental territory, since while Papua New Guinea is in Oceania, the Indonesian part is considered Asian. 21. Australia is not the only country with kangaroos. 3 different species of kangaroo can be found in Papua, which is quite surprising. 22 Some tribes in Papua use seashells as currency. 23. Due to its geography and great ethnic and cultural diversity, conducting elections in this country is extremely complicated. The elections held in 2017 had a 2-week voting period. 24. Although it is an island, it has some impressive mountain ranges. Its highest point is Mount Wilhelm at 4,509 meters. If we exclude the other half of the island, because it is from a country considered Asian, this mountain would also be the highest point in Oceania. 25. It is one of the few countries close to the equator where there is snowfall and some winter sports are possible. This is due to its high mountains. And that's all for today. I hope you found it interesting and learned something about this amazing country. If so, I would be very grateful if you could leave a like or a comment, subscribe to the channel, and activate the little bell to find out about the next videos. Best regards, and see you in the next one.